Hello, welcome back. Today, I sit back with you and have a listen to something I did previously. That's right, it's time to take a look back at some previous work I've done. Ui, right? Not always the most pleasant thing to do, but I think this was recent enough and I think a good enough effort to, to present to the world. So this presentation was at a conference, the 7th International Symposium on Brain and Cognitive Science at Bilkent University in Ankara, in Turkey. The presentation was in 2020, so of course it was online. So sit back with me and let's enjoy and critique this presentation. See you soon.
A common feature of world languages is having words that can imitate not just sounds, simple onomatopoeia, but emotional states, textures, and other aspects of the human experience. These are so-called idiophones. These words are said to be iconic. That is, they have something of their meaning contained within their form. Much research has been done on African and East Asian languages with respect to these iconic words. Despite Turkish being a highly described language, and Turkish having an enormous inventory of these idiophones, no study has put their iconicity to the test. I tested iconicity in a particular way. If a word is iconic, then speakers of unrelated languages should be able to guess the word above chance. My study was inspired by my supervisor, Mark Dingemonster, and colleagues who conducted an idiophone guessability experiment using idiophones from 5 languages. Native Dutch speakers were asked to choose between 2 possible meanings per idiophone. The results supported a weak iconicity. That is, items were guessable above chance, but not hyper-guessable. As a follow-up to this study, I created an experiment using the survey software Qualtrics. This experiment consisted of 20 Turkish words from this iconic word class. The idiophones were presented in audio format and only played once. I presented the 142 participants with the real meaning of the iconic word, the opposite of this meaning, and then an unrelated meaning, and then that unrelated meaning's opposite. That is, take the Turkish word jar jar. This utterance expresses noisy chattering. Therefore, I gave participants the choice amongst the following meanings. Expresses a strong taste, expresses a mild taste, expresses noisy chattering, and expresses low murmuring. The order of the items was not consistent to avoid bias. Preliminary results suggest that some Turkish idiophones are highly guessable by native English speakers, whilst others are not so guessable. As you can see here, the idiophone bangır bangır was guessed correctly by the vast majority of participants. This was also true of pat pat. One finds words in English which both superficially resemble these items, but also have related meanings, bang and pat, respectively. Did my experiment accidentally tap into an iconic pattern shared by English and Turkish? Possibly. Not all items were so guessable, such as shipper shipper. Others, however, were largely guessable, but not by everyone, and despite not having any commonalities with an English word. What remains unclear is whether or not semantic opposites or completely unrelated meanings were favored by those not choosing the correct option. More rigorous statistics are needed to complete my research. The trend, however, seems currently in favor of Turkish idiophones being largely guessable by native English speakers. This experiment looked at the guessability of Turkish idiophones by English speakers. Dingemonster et al. Provides results in line with mine, but for Dutch speakers. This effectively relates to 2 Western European language speakers. To broaden the applicability of these results, more studies must be done with speakers from other languages, with and without large inventories of these iconic words, in order to truly paint a picture of the cognitive ecology of these words, how they fit into the diversity of human language, and what relation there is in the human mind between form and meaning. Whilst my results are still preliminary and require further attention, the gist is this. Not all idiophones are created equal. Thanks for your attention.
So let's talk about this presentation. The statistics are a lot further along, and actually the thesis will be completed soon, so I can't tell you much more because I hope to publish it afterwards. Another thing is I talked about idiophone guessability. I'm a little bit more hesitant to do that now because, well, it sort of implies the participants are guessing at random. And of course, if there is some motivated sound symbolic or iconic reason for their choices, then this is indication. But even if there isn't, it's still indication of a kind. They're indicating to me what they think the answer is. Well, not to me directly, of course, because they do this online on Qualtrics. But they are indicating what they think. Guessing is, you could construe it as guessing, but I really think that it's better construed as indication. This was pointed out to me by Jarrett Gainin, also from the Radboud University. Another thing, of course, is that the data are a lot more complex than I presented here. Like I said, it's a lot further along in the process. There's a lot more data analysis that's being conducted by me and by other people collaborating with me. So, yeah, the picture's a lot more complex there, and I'm sorry you'll have to wait for the thesis to find that out if you're dying to know. You can always email me, of course. Or indeed comment on this video, and then we can get in contact. I'd love to see YouTube as a place of academic collaboration as well as pure entertainment. We could talk a lot more about things that I would have done differently now, but the very beginning of the shutdown, first shutdown in the Netherlands, that's when I was recording this, just learning how to use Loom. It was my first ever video like this, so now you can see from my channel that I'm hopefully getting a bit better, but it's a learning process. So keep following the channel if you want to find out more about sound symbolism in the Turkish tongue. You can wait for my upcoming thesis, and feel free to be in touch if you would like to discuss anything. I'm very open for that. So thank you very much, have a nice day, and see you for a future video. Ciao for now. Bye.